I found the light in me that was flickering and slowly fading. But now I have a millionaire path to financially become free at last, because I come out from underneath. Take a good look at me, cause I'm living my dream. And now I can see all I've achieved once I sat at the big table to be a teen-made millionaire. I'm a teen-made millionaire. I'm a teen-made millionaire. I'm a teen-made millionaire.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to How to Create Content with Rapid Marketing System, Bite-Sized Marketing Calls to Action. My name is Steve Lemos, and I will be your guide, your moderator, your host on today's call. We are live not only here on our direct access, but then also we're live on our YouTube channel. We're also live out on LinkedIn, so welcome. Also live inside of our Millionaires in Training Facebook group, and then also on Laurel Langmeyer's official Facebook page. Those of you that are out there live and you want to join us right here on our direct access line, just jump into the comments in the chat, and I'd be more than happy to give you the exact link so you can come join us over here. The model of this call and why it's called bite-sized marketing CTAs or calls to action is I want you to get into a habit of every single day, every single week that you're jumping on these rapid marketing system calls, taking those bite-sized call to actions, and then taking that to your daily revenue producing task inside of your business as you progress and move forward. So again, those of you that are here live with us, welcome. My name is Steve Lemos. I'm a digital marketer, creative content expert, prompt engineer, and have been with Laurel for probably the last 12 years now. So I am directly in charge of her marketing, her promotion. So if there's anything you ever see out on the internet and wondering, hey, what's up with this? Why is this updated? What's going on? Please call our team and let us know. You can get us by dialing our direct line, which is 775-588-9200. As far as any links so far, we haven't shared anything. Those of you that are here live right now inside of the Zoom chat, you are live with me, so you have direct access. Those of you that are outside, you are on YouTube Live, you're on LinkedIn Live, you're on Facebook Live. If you want to jump into the chat and let me know that you would like to join us directly inside of our Zoom environment, chat on those platforms, and I'll give you the direct link. But those of you that are here, you're already here, so you don't need a link. So let's go ahead and dive into today's conversation. There's been a lot of questions coming in on our direct RMS line. And one of the biggest conversations is, well, hey, how do I create content for my business? How do I get this machine going? How do I get my automation going? How do I make more money by being able to create content on social media or just online in general? So that way you're saturating the online experience with who you are. What are you an expert in and what do you do? And that translates into conversations, people raising their hand, wanting to learn more about you. And in turn, that translates into dollars, which is money in your bank account. Because at the end of the day, if there's no cash being produced from this, what's the point of doing it? Unless it's some type of a big charity and you have tons and tons of money and you just have a lot of time to give. Hey, if that's you, awesome. So let's go ahead and roll up into our very first start for today. So biggest question is, where do I start? There's a lot of different places to start. There's a lot of social media channels to go to. And those of you that have been on Rapid Marketing System for a little while, you've listened to me say, hey, start on 3 social media channels. If you're already participating on 3 channels and you're active and you're consistent, and when I mean consistent, I'm saying that you're posting at least one piece of content every single day, then my recommendation to you would be that you need to continue with that consistency and then add on more. So that way you're running to get to the top of the awareness stage, which we'll talk about in the customer journey here in just a short period of time. Those of you that are sitting there and you're thinking, well, I've done all of my business as in-person interactions. They've all been one-on-ones. I actually have a brick and mortar shop that you walk into, or you're a salon, or you're a pizza business, that type of a thing. You're asking yourself, well, how does that apply to me being able to create content to put online to get people walking through my door? All of this applies regardless of who you are, regardless of what type of a business you have. You could be selling cattle, you could be a landscaping business, you could work in direct sales, you could be a car dealership. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. All of the strategies that we talk about on Rapid Marketing System apply to you. And here's the biggest flip of the switch. You have to get out and unlearn a lot of marketing strategy that you've been consuming over the years, because we are now in a time where online media, online strategy, social media strategy is going to be your number one source to bring in more foot traffic. And that's specifically for businesses that you actually have to physically go and open the door. But then also, for those of you that have online businesses, digital downloads, digital assets, it's now more than ever easier for you to be able to make money from that. So where do you start? How do we begin this process? Well, there's three things that I want to talk to you about today, and they're going to align with the three items that you see on the screen. The first one is going to be your audience. The second thing is going to be a strategy. And then, of course, how does that marry into the customer journey? Now, as you follow in these footsteps, keep in mind, you're probably in different positions in this process. And it's okay. You can be transparent with me and you can say, look, I haven't even started yet. I don't even know what I'm doing. Or you can say, hey, I'm experienced. I actually have been doing a lot of this, but I've been getting awesome results, little results, or no results. And then we can dive in and see, well, what's happening. Let's see exactly what's been happening and what needs to switch for you to get those results. So let's dive right in. Let's start with your audience. Everybody you talk to, doesn't matter how many years of experience they have in marketing, they will always tell you who is your audience. Who are your people? Who is the person that is going to be pulling their credit card out on the other side of the computer screen and punching those numbers in to purchase your product, purchase your service? Well, the first step in creating your audience is finding out your avatar. Everybody heard that term before? Well, find your avatar, find your customer, find your audience, blah, 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 right? Sure. I've been in digital marketing for about 15 years now, and it's the same conversation on the internet over and over again. What does this mean? Well, you can be in two positions. Number one, you've been doing some sales, you've been active in some conversations, and you have a pretty good idea about who your audience is. Look at your track record. What have you sold over the last year? Have you sold a $7 product, a $10 product, a $15 product? Maybe it's a $20 product. Maybe it's a $10,000 product. Whatever you've sold in the past year, look at that data, look at that list. Who is your buyer? Is it somebody that makes X amount of money per year? Is it somebody that has a business? Is it somebody who runs logistics? Is it a business to business? Is it a business to an actual consumer? So what does that look like? And for those of you that are still in a position where you have a lot built, but you don't have a huge audience actually put in front of it so that way you can learn more about who the actual purchaser is on the other end, well, there's an easy tactic to do that. So if you don't have an audience, how can you get one? Well, there's a couple of things that you can do. Obviously, you can be organic and free 100% and go guerrilla style. Go to the streets, go to the super malls and the supermarkets and simply put a product in front of your people and say, hey, would you buy this? This is the problem that it solves. And after you do that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, then you will be able to collect audience information so you know who you're selling to. I'm sure all of you have time to do that, right? The second thing, which is a lot easier and a lot faster, and yes, it will require you to pull some money out of your pocket to be able to get these answers, is taking to an ad platform. Pick your choice. I personally started with doing an ad campaign to find out who my audience was on Instagram. So what I did was I recorded 15 videos talking about my expertise. Hey, my name is Steve. I'm a digital marketer and creative content expert. How can I help you today? And I started to share valuable content about what I did, the problems that I solved, and even started to incorporate stories, case studies, testimonials of those that I've helped along the way. And I did a very generic target. I said, Instagram, target everybody in the United States. I live in Northern Nevada, so I want to target everybody in the United States because I offer digital products and I can help anybody in the United States. After that, cross borders, international, it's a lot harder to be able to work with times and then also delivering hands-on fulfillment. So I decided I'm only going to stick local to the United States, target everybody in the United States. The next thing that I asked it to do was, well, somebody who's within the age range of 35 to 65 is probably going to be somebody who I can work with because they probably have a business. They have a means to be able to pay me for my services. That's really the bottom line. So in general, I just said Instagram, target the United States. Here's the audience that I want you to target, age range, and that's it. And I let the rest do the work for me, because as people started to see my videos, they started to click and follow. They started to go to the link in my bio, fill out information, and ask me questions about their very specific scenario that I could help them with. And now I did this for a matter of 30 days, and it was a very successful campaign. I think my entire reach was close to about 50,000 people in terms of a big audience. And as far as my database was concerned, I collected about 2,500 names. So that's a pretty successful campaign. And that was very generic, because you don't need to have a lot of know-how and tech know-how to be able to simply upload a video into Instagram and boost that reel or that video and tell it to target everyone in the United States between ages of 35 and 65. It's pretty simple. So that's how you're going to find your audience. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, if you don't want to spend any money, then go Canvas, go to meetups, go to events, and start collecting data on all the people you interact with. It's going to take you a lot longer, but at least you'll have a base once you have that be reoccurring. But let's be realistic. The more time it takes you to do that, the less time you actually have to work on your business and get to monetization, get to those results as fast as possible, right? So that's how you build your audience. Number two, let's get right to it. What is your strategy? Everybody talks about strategy. And here's the interesting conversation. There are actually three parts to the strategy. There's actually three types of marketing. There's content marketing, there's social selling, there's actual marketing strategy, and then there's the actual analytic data part of it that comes with making decisions for you to be able to make more sales. So there's a lot of moving parts and components that happen inside of the strategy, but I'm going to give you a strategy that helps you start right now today, which is start posting content. That is a strategy. Now, I'm going to give you one thing right here in the next slide, but I want you to start thinking about this. If you're sitting here and you're thinking, you're listening to this conversation and you're thinking, well, Steve, I've heard you say this over and over again. And I've heard Laurel say this over and over again. My response to you would be, well, why haven't you moved on that? Is it because you've done it and it hasn't worked for you? Is it because you've posted one video and you didn't get the results and now you've decided to quit? Is it because you are listening to way too many conversations telling you to do the same thing and you're getting overwhelmed and you're not pacing yourself to move and go forward? Or you're overthinking the process. You don't want to put yourself on video. You don't want to create video. Well, let me tell you, we live in a very interesting time right now where you can actually leverage artificial intelligence to do just about everything for you. If you can type a script, if you can download a video that's created through AI by simply inputting a few words, you don't even have to be on camera. So I would say that excuse is out the window. And most of the technology that I've seen today, you don't really need a whole lot to be able to get in and have it create the thing for you. And we've done tons and tons of experiments, case studies, and tutorials right here on these very calls. You can actually just go back to the YouTube channel and go to the live streams tab or go to the RMS playlist. And there's all the recordings that we've done inside of Rapid Marketing Systems since we started. If you just did that, it's probably about 8 hours worth of content now. If all you did was just do that to start, you will already have the strategy. You will already have the resources and the tools necessary to move you forward and get you to that next step, which is start earning money from all of these things that you're doing and have them not be interesting things that you do just to fill your day. So that's the strategy. Now, this next slide, $1 trillion tip here, as Laurel likes to call it. What is the process to be able to take the thought, take the strategy, and put it into production so you can get into the next step? Well, that's the scripting process. The scripting process is fairly simple. You can go back and watch another replay inside of Rapid Marketing System on how we use ChatGPT to be able to create these scripts for us based off of some information that you're going to feed it. So it's not just going to generalize who you are. It's not just going to automatically do something for you because it's artificial intelligence. The biggest misconception with AI that it's going to replace us, that it's going to do this, do that. Somebody still needs to drive it. Somebody still needs to tell it what it needs to do. Someone needs to tell it who you are, the content, so that it can give you the results. So you can use that result to then go to the next step and eventually monetize. So here's how the scripting works. I've told you time and time again, in order for you to start creating content, there's three things that you need. You need a hook, you need to deliver what the hook was about, and you need a call to action. The script that you're seeing on the screen right now explodes that view a little bit more. So we're still going to start with the hook, which is an attention-grabbing hook that captures your viewer's interest. A while ago, I was following Alex Hormozi, and he had a really strong hook for a video. And I believe the hook, if I remember correctly, was these three things that you're doing are going to bankrupt your business. And I thought to myself, that's an extremely powerful hook, because it stopped me from scrolling. I had to go and watch this video. What are the things that I'm doing in my business that are going to eventually bankrupt me? And then after that, then he delivered. He went right into the content. Hey, this is what we're going to talk about. Here are the three things that you're doing inside your business that could potentially bankrupt you. I don't remember what they are. You guys should probably go search if you want to look at that video. And then he gave me a call to action. The call to action was, hey, if you like what you heard, follow me for more. And then also click the link in the bio. I'm going to send you a cool free download where you're going to be able to utilize that inside of your business so you can get more results. So that was it. It was a hook. It was a delivery of the content of exactly what the hook said. And then it was a call to action. The script that you're seeing here, those of you that are out there, take a quick screenshot of this. It will also be posted inside of the replay in the RMS YouTube playlist. But this is your script. This is the exact same thing you're going to do day in and day out to create more content of you, of your business. What is your service? What is your product? What is the problem that it solves? And how do people get results from you? So utilize this to move into that next step. And then, of course, last but not least, you need to always have the customer journey in mind. You can't simply go from an audience to a strategy to creating content and expect people to do things. You need to be able to determine, well, if I'm posting content, what's the purpose of that? Am I posting it simply because I want to be an influencer, because I want to be one of those content creators online, and I want to grow a big following, and maybe eventually I want Instagram to pay me, or I want YouTube to pay me, or I want brands to buy me out because I have a huge follower base? That's a strategy, but that's something you will need to actually look at and implement before you even get started. The customer journey is similar in a way that the reason that you're posting, the reason that you're creating content for your business is because, i.e., you want to sell your online course, which is very specific. You want to sell your coaching, you want to sell your product, you want to sell your service. The customer journey works in that way. What can I start talking about so that I can lead them from this short form content into longer content, continue to educate my audience, and then eventually say, hey, by the way, I'm an expert in this. I can help you with this. Here's my product and service. Let's go to the next step. That's the ideology in how all of those three items connect. Now, again, before you start all of this, focus on the why. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this because you want to make more money in your business? Are you doing this because there's 15-year-olds online making six figures by simply posting videos and driving to an online sale? I'm telling you, half of the world right now is probably making over six figures because that is the new business. So I can tell you that my kids are definitely going to have their own business probably in the next 5 years, and they're only 2 and 3. So you need to focus on your why. Why are you doing what you're doing right now? And don't write down, well, because Laurel tells me to do this, because Steve, you're telling me to do this. I have nothing to do with it. This is about you. What do you want to do? Why is this important for you? And I go back to a scenario when we were inside of a room and Tom Ziegler was talking to us, and he niched down extremely specific to what why is. Well, in the beginning, when somebody asks you, well, what's your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? You're simply going to give an excuse or give a statement because this is the norm. I'm doing this because someone's telling me to do it, or I'm doing this because it's smart to have a business, or I'm doing this because a lot of people have businesses and they make money, et cetera, et cetera. And then the next question was, well, why is that important? Well, it's important because I'll have money. Well, why is that important? Well, because money gives me the freedom to do what I want. Well, why is that important? Well, that's important because then I can take family trips and I can have the car that I want to have and I can live in the house that I want to live in. Well, why is that important? Well, because I'm going to be setting my children's children up generationally, and then they'll be set up after that. And then I'll be able to live my life and die a happy person knowing that generations after me are going to have what they need to have. And for a moment, I took a pause and I said to myself, dang, that's pretty deep. That's pretty niche specific. And how often are you wanting to create a strategy, wanting to get a result, but there's too many excuses getting in the way of, well, I'm doing this because of this. I'm doing that because of that. And at the same time that you're doing it, you're not only just listening to me, you're probably listening to 10 or 15 other people out online or even in person that are telling you to do the same thing or probably similar. And you're still trying to make a decision about who to go with because you're not liking somebody's personality, or somebody's too harsh, or somebody's too direct, or somebody's too open, or somebody's not giving you the right feedback. They're actually keeping you inside of that shell even longer before you break out and actually get success. I mean, it's all a personal outlook and approach if you really ask me. So that's, I think, where you want to go. You want to go to that step where you tell yourself, I'm done following because I'm just following. I actually want to put results into motion. And whether it's me that shows up on these calls, or whether it's Laurel that shows up on these calls, or whether it's a team that shows up on these calls, we're all a combined approach and effort and commitment for you to move forward and get results. So as you're listening to this, start to really put into motion action and take everything you learn from these calls. Because as you progress, you're going to get to a point where something's not going to work anymore. You're not going to be able to get as much organic reach because you've hit a threshold. Now you need to switch into actually putting money into ads to get more people to see who you are. And you may get into a position where you have to hire more team. And you might get into a position where you're going to elevate your status. I recently saw a video that defined status in terms of who you are as a business owner, an entrepreneur, self-employed, generational wealth, et cetera, et cetera. And the tiers are fairly clear. If you're somebody who's still wearing all the hats, if you're somebody who has to show up every day in order for you to create a result, which is make money, which is make your business run, you're simply just self-employed. The moment you step into entrepreneur status means that you've actually taken the time to build a team around you that is going to run the company for you, so you can actually be working on your business, not in your business. And the moment you create generational wealth and financial freedom is when you don't have to do anything. Everything is run and it's automated, and you're making money without having to show up every single time. So I know that was a little bit of a tangent, a little bit of a rant on the side, but it's something that Laurel would always ask of ourselves to hold ourselves accountable on how we want to move forward. So let me go to this next step, which a lot of you that have been here on Rapid Marketing System, you've seen this before, you know where I'm going to go. You know that me giving you the strategy to be able to go and create content to generate more results in your business is only one step. The next step is, how are you actually going to make money from this? What is the structure? Are you going to keep working out of Google spreadsheets and typing on notes and picking up and dialing and not really having a centralized system to automate? Or are you actually going to commit into having this system work for you, having Rapid Marketing System be a part of your process, a part of your technology stack? And that's really where I'm going to go. So here's where I want to go. How can Rapid Marketing System help you? Well, you guys know that we're going to include the CRM. We're going to design your landing page. That landing page is going to be the link in the bio for all of your social media accounts, so people come off of social media and into your database. We're also going to give you 30 days of access. How does this all work? How does this all come together? I'm going to play a quick little video for you that puts it all into perspective and tells you what Rapid Marketing System is. Because at the end of the day, you can do any of the strategies that I just shared. You can do paid advertising. You can do agency work. You can hire a team. You can do just about anything out there in terms of a strategy and expert. And you need to be able to pull them into a database to make decisions on how you can make your sales moving forward. I mean, that's just how everything works. So here's where we're going to go. As I pull up this video, jump into the chat. So I'm out on all the channels and I'm also here live. I have somebody from LinkedIn saying, hey, where is she? Let me actually double check something over here. Are you asking about Laurel? Laurel's getting ready to go to Washington, D.C. She's going to go hang out with her son. So last video that I'm going to share with you right now. Here we go. I want to jump on and say hi really quick to everybody. Yep. There's Laurel. Hey, I just told him to go get RMS.
Well, if you're going to win, it's like I call it the engine to your entire machine.
Right.
It's your engine and the ads are fuel.
I love that.
That's my new.
I love that. Actually, I recently shared with somebody, hey, we've got a lot of really cool systems set up for you. But right now, the setup is you driving a high-end sports car with watered-down gasoline. We need to add another component, do some ad strategy to this to really bring you some massive results. Otherwise, and that's probably the other item I'll be transparent with all of you on. We'll do all of the upfront work when we start Rapid Marketing System. We'll get you set up. We'll do foundationally everything correct. But after that, you need to take it. You need to run it. You need to start putting people into the system. The moment you come back and you're telling me, well, Steve, why isn't this working? And people aren't coming in my system. I'm not making any money. Well, what are you doing? You can't just sit on it. You can't just say, hey, look, I have this shiny thing and it's not doing anything for you. You need to actively work in the business so you can get out of it, work on it, and start to build that path that you want. So let me share this quick video for you, and we'll get right into Rapid Marketing System.
An all-in-one CRM and sales and marketing automation platform designed to grow your business. You can automate every step of your customer lifecycle, from collecting leads to nurturing them into clients to creating loyal fans. The result? Next-level sales growth and impact. CRM stores all of your customer and prospect data in one place, keeping you and your team on the same page. Each contact record holds all of your contact's details, as well as a complete activity history of all of your interactions with your contact, and you can display this by category or chronologically. You also have quick action buttons available on the contact record, so you can send a text or an email, add notes or tasks, book an appointment, process a purchase, or send an invoice or quote. Segment your contacts into groups or trigger automated messages based on a contact's data and activity. You can also create company records and keep track of contacts on your list that belong to those companies. Harness your lead and client data to get personal at scale, sending the right messages at the right times to leads and clients, all through automation. In the Automation tab, you'll find easy and advanced automation builders. With easy automations, you can set up automation in minutes, like sending appointment reminder texts. The Advanced Automation Builder is a powerful and customizable tool that features a drag-and-drop builder to help you create advanced processes, like a landing page funnel campaign. Think of the hours you can save each week by automating your repetitive tasks and processes. Automate one-to-one emails and texts at key points in your customer's journey, and send text and email broadcasts to segments of your list to announce promotions or new offerings. Take advantage of our pre-built customizable email templates, merge fields for personalization, and predictive sending so your leads receive the right email at the right time. From the comms section, you can manage text message conversations with anyone in your contact list. Best of all, you can do it all from your desktop or your mobile device. Keep your business and personal communications separate with a free business phone line you can use on your smartphone. Place and receive calls, listen to voicemail, and send and receive text messages from your desktop or phone. Convert website traffic into leads with a variety of lead capture tools. Use our form builder to create web forms and easily place them on your website. New leads automatically flow directly into your CRM, and this can trigger automations like a welcome email series. Gallery of beautiful landing page templates and our drag-and-drop landing page builder make it easier than ever to create conversion funnel offers or lead magnet campaigns to boost your sales. Sales Pipeline helps you track and manage deals through every custom pipeline stage specific to your business's sales process. You can automate emails, notifications, tasks, and more, setting them to trigger automatically when you move a deal from one stage to another in your pipeline. Appointments feature syncs with your Google or Outlook calendar and integrates with your Zoom account to create custom booking links. Send the booking links to your contacts by email or text so they can self-schedule their appointments on your calendar. Appointment reminders are sent automatically. Plus, booking an appointment can trigger other automated processes that can be configured in the Automations Builder. You can also send quotes, turn them into invoices, and accept payments. Create a seamless checkout experience with easy-to-use checkout forms and integrations with payment tools like Stripe, PayPal, WePay, QuickBooks, and more. You can set up automatic recurring credit card payments for subscription management and ongoing client relationships. Making the best decision on how to run and grow your business requires data. It's its analytics section with the reporting you need, like list growth, email marketing performance, and revenue trends over time. It includes a host of integrations with some of the most commonly used business applications, like Gmail, Google Calendar, Outlook, QuickBooks, PayPal, Zapier, Facebook Lead Ads, Gravity Forms, DocuSign, Zoom, and GoToWebinar. And that's just the start. Working with entrepreneurs for 20 plus years, we've developed proven tactics and strategies for small business growth. Your expert coach will guide you, helping you move quickly toward your growth goals. Your coach won't just teach you how to use the software, they'll show you how to leverage to take your business to the next level.
All right, awesome. So here's where we're going to go as a final message on tonight's call. And this is where the bite-size marketing calls to action come from, is what are you going to commit to doing inside of your business directly from what you've learned on this call? So you've learned how to create more content for your business. I even gave you a script. For those of you that want to see the recording, go back to the YouTube channel, go into the RMS playlist and watch this recording, go take a screenshot of that. And then I've also showed you how you can actually go and generate more of an audience if you currently don't have an audience right now. So you have what you need to do to actually go and blanket to the awareness part of the customer journey with more content, because that's probably the number one component you're missing right now of why you're not getting a ton of results, is not a lot of people really know who you are. You're either accepting a lot of your current traffic from referrals, or you're showing up to the Millionaire Intensive, which those of you that are showing up tomorrow, we're also going to have a marketplace there. The actual result of you getting to where you want to be is leveraging the content you're producing so that we can generate more conversations and more people become interested in what you do, and you move on to the next part. It goes without saying that Rapid Marketing System is going to be a part of that system, whether you decide to go with us or whether you decide to go with somewhere else. So pick your path. Let us know where you want to go. So bite-sized marketing calls to action for tonight is go and create some content. Don't overthink the process. Use the script that was provided on today's call to be able to generate the content. And if you need help creating the script, you can take the exact same template that was posted in the screenshot and go use it over on ChatGPT and just plug and play with your expertise, a little bit of your content, and it's going to put it in that exact same script. You can even say, hey, ChatGPT, act as an expert in, plug in your expertise with over number of years, plug in the number of years of experience, and write me a 30-second video script that I'm going to use for social media, or write me a 60-second video script that I'm going to use for social media, and then you're off to the races. The other part's easy. Those of you that don't have Rapid Marketing System Start yet, head on over to askrms.com/start and take a look at what we have to offer Rapid Marketing System. But that's all I have for you tonight. So calls to action, go create some more content, leverage that so you can generate more conversations, so you can bring more income into your business. That's it for tonight. We'll see you on our next call next week for more Rapid Marketing System bite-sized marketing calls to action. Have a good night, everybody.